Playing career at school, if I can put it in a nutshell, it was just all about the fun. Hey, at that time we weren't really in the biggest leagues when it came to rugby. The old boys schools, it was literally just our old school rivals. So it was all about just playing fun, making sure we were out here on Saturday, seeing the old school out here, the tunnels on the fields. Those were the exciting times about the rugby.
So my role here at Northcliffe High School is to find ways to improve the school from a sporting and holistic way. My job is to make sure that sport's taken to a high performance level. So my job is to quality control, make sure that everyone's getting what they need in order for them to be the best that they possibly can be. In my time here, we were a normal co-ed school, and now we've pretty much grown in the last 10 years to become one of the strongest schools around. Yesterday, we won the entire swimming for 25 years in a row. So that's just basically the process of how we're trying to improve and get better. And that's my role, basically, finding ways to make sure we be the best that we can be. Darrien was a quiet boy when he got into the school, and I think he was a football player, so he never knew what rugby was like. And when he started to play rugby, you could see there was something special about him when he got the ball. So it was something unique, and you could see he was driven. You could see he wanted to be better than he didn't want to be average. He wanted to be someone that was a superstar or whatever it was. So Darrien was an average child that was just doing his bit to try and enjoy life and be happy. But as soon as he got that rugby ball, he became something that was different.
My role at Northcliffe High School, more than anything, is just to be giving back. I think for me, it's just the opportunity to make these kids believe that actually becoming a professional rugby player here in this environment is possible. We've only had three professional rugby players come out and have played professional rugby, so we're at a point now where the boys are putting so much effort into actually believing that they can do it. So my role here is just to make them believe even more, because it is possible. To be honest with you, we weren't seen as a rugby school, but now we are. More than anything, we've taken a lot of steps forward in terms of putting ourselves on the map, and I think we're getting to that point now where more and more players are coming through the provincial setups. More and more players are pushing each other to actually be the best the best they possibly can. So yeah, no, I wouldn't say we're not a rugby school anymore. We definitely are.
We pride ourselves on trying to make better human beings, and Darrien is a product of it. I mean, if I can tell you now that what Darrien has become to us, Darrien has become to me as a human being. Yes, he's a professional rugby player, but he's a man that gives back to the community. He's a man that wants to show people that you can do things, especially not coming from a traditional rugby school. He's a guy that's made it successful. And if you understand the system always looks at which school you come from, really. And Darrien's the type of guy that's broken that. Along the way, you have to have a steel, you have to have a grit about yourself. But you also have to be humble, and you have to be a human being. I mean, Darrien doesn't walk around with a chip on his shoulder. Darrien is approachable. The kids love going to him. He shakes their hand. He takes time. And he's not doing it for any other reason, just to make a difference in people's lives. It's important that the kids can see stars. It's important that kids can see that there's a pathway for them to achieve something. And I think once you start creating those pathways, then the kids relate to it. They can translate, and they can see that there's a goal, and they can see there's a future.
I think the coaches around us had made us, like I said, believe that we were capable of much more than just leaving high school and just playing first team rugby. And because of that, I think we allowed ourselves to push each other. We allowed ourselves to take each other to a next level. And yeah, we're here now. And like I said, the plan is to bring as much influence as we possibly can to these kids, so that for the generations to come, more and more will come out of the school and make professional rugby a dream.